excited for the Zoom. I'm excited. I'm recording it. Make sure you guys share with your teams that we're on. People always come in late. That's cool. You know what? Late is better than not at all. That was my motto in high school, right? Like, I'm here. Just give me a win, okay? So really excited about tonight, you guys. We have Heather on, who is so inspirational, guys. I'm just gonna give you a quick little like introduction, and then I'm just gonna pass it to you, Heather. But guys, I know that I've highlighted this in our team page. Guys, I've just watched some calls with Heather recently, and literally every time I hear it, I just get emotional, and I'm like so inspired by it. I'm gonna let her tell her story, but just, you know, I really hope that today you can really just, put your phone down and take everything you can from this, because I really think that you're going to be inspired by this. I'm just excited. So, you know what? Let's just get into it. I'm going to spotlight you, Heather. Are you okay if I spotlight you?
Sure.
Cool. All right.
Give me the spotlight, sis.
Give you the spotlight. You are spotlighted.
There you are.
Heather, thank you so much for taking your time to like pour into our team tonight. You guys, the reason that I wanted to ask Heather to come on here is because she earned her Christmas cash in 1 month. And I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm going to let you tell the rest of your story. Heather, thank you for taking your time to be on. Before we get into the questions, do you mind just sharing your story before this business, how you found it, and then we'll go into some questions.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh, such an honor. I told Jackie, I was like, when she got in my inbox to ask me to host this, I was like, oh my God, like I've always loved Jackie. You've been an inspiration to me. And that's where, you guys, I've been in the business for almost 9 years, and my confidence level in this business goes up, down. And lately it's been kind of down prior to like September, I would say. And so I've never even been in Jackie's inbox because I'm like, oh, she's like this amazing top income earner, and I'm just like this old lady OG in this business. Like, why do we do that? Why do we think that we are not worthy enough to reach out to people that are top income earners or people that are ambassadors? I don't know why we do that, but that's where I was at. And I'll get into that in a second, but you guys, I actually really love my story. It's pretty fun. It's pretty cool. I joined this business in 2013. So almost 9 years ago. So when I say OG, I'm an OG, guys. How did I get introduced to this business? Well, I was ready at a Britney Spears concert. I was literally at a Britney Spears concert and hanging out with all of our girls pre-gaming in the parking lot. And then a friend of a friend of a friend comes up to me, and she's just like chatting with me. And she's like, have you ever heard of that crazy rap thing? Okay, who's been around long enough to remember that was like our slogan? Like that was like our like one-liner type thing. And I was like, no, what is it? And she kind of told me about it, and I just loved her. And I said, let's be Facebook friends and then we'll connect. Okay, so we became Facebook friends that night before the concert started. And I watched her on Facebook, you guys, for 2 years. 2 years. Okay. She reached out to me, and I either ghosted her or I just said I wasn't ready. And you guys know what finally did it? It finally took me seeing on her Facebook that she was getting ready to earn a bonus. Okay. It took her posting about earning a bonus or going for a bonus for me to finally ask about the wrap. I thought to myself, if she's making bonus money and all this income, these products must work. So I reached out to her on Facebook and I said, okay, girl, I'm ready to try this wrap. And what I love, and here's my tip to start out with, you guys, is that when I told her I wanted to try the wrap, she wasn't just trying to get me as her loyal customer. She gave me options. She let me know that I could try one for, they used to be 25, now they're 30. So she's like, you could try one for this price. You can try 4 for this price. You can join my team and get products at a discount, or you could try one for free by hosting a party. Now I'm from the party days, right? Like the in-home parties. So of course I wanted to try one for free. And I'm telling you guys right now, she just tried to sign me up as a loyal customer. I probably would have gotten the wraps. I probably wouldn't have used them. And I guarantee you I would not be sitting here today. So make sure when people are interested in product, make sure that you are giving them all of their options, not just one or not just the one that's going to benefit you right now. Okay. So she came to my house And I stopped her like at the door and said, hey, by the way, do not try to get me to sign up for this business. I'm super busy, but I just want to try the products. And she was like, okay. And you guys, I was a full-time manager at Old Navy when I started this business and a full-time manager at a restaurant. Both jobs, 60 plus hours a week. Plus my babies were 3 and 5 at the time. 3 years old, 5 years old, working 60 plus hours a week. I loved my jobs, loved them. So not one part of me was thinking that I'd ever quit. But I was like, don't try to sign me up. I'm way too busy. And she was like, okay, girl. You guys, before the night was over, I was like, sign me up. Sign me up. And you know why? Do you want to know why? Okay. The reason why I signed up is because she literally showed how simple this is. So you guys stop overthinking, stop trying to be a good salesperson. No matter if you're doing home parties or you're going live on Facebook or in your stories, show how easy. No, I hate that word. Show how simple this business can be. It's not easy. I ain't gonna lie to nobody. This business is not easy, but it is so simple. And right off the bat, no sales quotas. We're goal driven company. No stocking and delivering inventory, no contracts, no cancellation fees. I was like, okay, we get a website. I can text message that website to all my friends and family. They can order, the product gets shipped directly to them. Easy peasy. Like the worst case scenario, I got $150 worth of product. Best case scenario, I make 20 bucks and it goes towards the products I wanted to try anyways. So I'm going to be super honest, you guys. I didn't have these huge expectations when I started this business. I did not come into this business to become a stay-at-home mom. I did not come into this business to earn thousands and thousands of dollars. So there are people out there like me, you guys, that just want a side hustle, just want to make a little bit to pay for some product. Maybe they just want a tax write-off. It's not necessarily always just for people that want to quit their jobs or need to, pay their mortgage. So fast forward, you guys, I will tell you right now, closed mouths do not get fed. Okay. The only way you will not make money in this company is if you don't talk about it. If you talk about it and you're honest and you're real, then people will want what you have. Every time I had someone try to tell me, will you try it first and then I'll see. You try it first and then let me know how it goes. I was like, I just signed up for this. I just started. So why don't we do it together so we can see what the results are together? And everybody's like, okay, yeah, we can do that. We automatically start to think like nobody wants this and that they're waiting for you. Well, just be honest and say, let's do it together. I'm trying to get, product testers, or I'm building my, what is it? My portfolio. I hate that. Like that's too professional for me. I'm way too like Hot Mess Express. So I'm like, just do it. All right, just do it with me. And so you guys, 6 months into the business, I ended up promoting to Diamond. I promoted to Diamond 6 months in, literally ignorance on fire. If you ever hear your upline say, earn as you learn, I am proof that that works. I am absolutely 100% not green personality. That means that I don't research, I don't read everything, I don't wait to know everything until I start. I literally am like, give it to me as I go. Okay, did this, now what? Did this, now what? Did this, now what? That's how I am, and I recommend that. So summer was coming and I was about to put my kids in daycare, which literally I worked basically to pay for daycare at this point in the summertime. So I quit those jobs and thought to myself, I can always go back to retail or restaurant management if this doesn't work. And you guys, I've never been back. I've never been back to a job. My kids were 3 and 5 at the time. They are now almost 13 and almost 15, and they've had their mom home with them pretty much their whole life because of it works. So that's the story, guys. That's how I started. That's the good stuff. I promoted to triple diamond in 2 years. Like, it's just been the biggest blessing ever. But let me tell you, the ups and the downs, and even almost 9 years later, you guys, those downs can be really down. And I'm here to just be super real and honest with you guys. So yeah, Jackie, that's my story, the beginning parts.
It almost, it really makes me like emotional to hear, man, your kids were 3 and 5 and now they're 13 and 15. Like, does anyone else, like, drop a one if you're, a mom or a dad, like you got kids, or maybe you're planning on having kids, that's that's, I mean, you guys, money is great, but like, really, aren't we working for the freedom? Really, aren't we working for time? Like, what is your most precious resource? Like, time, and the fact that you have been there for your kids, like, that's all they'll know is their mom home. Like, to me, when I think about that, like, that just lights my soul on fire. That's, our stories are actually really similar hearing it. It's just kind of like, really, are you a red personality?
So I'm now red now when I take the quiz, but I'm so blue yellow. Blue yellow is my jam, but I'm like, I need more red. And so I'm definitely more red than I am yellow now.
But not green. So you're not getting tripped up in the, how do I do this? Like, it's just really learn as you go. And I think that's something important to take from this is be okay with failing, be okay with stepping the next step and not knowing what it is or like where it's going to take you. Kind of get comfortable with stepping out of your comfort zone. And that, when you said that, I'm like, yes, like, that's truly how I felt at the beginning of this business too, just kind of ignorance on fire. So I just really love that. I love that you've been home with both your kids. That's so inspirational. Now, that's the good. Okay, really easy to talk about the good. Now I want to talk about your the other side of it. I was on the call the other night with you and Cami, and when I heard that, I was like, ding, that's when I slid in your inbox. So can you talk a little bit about that? Because I think it's just so inspiring. So maybe the downfall leading up to 4-in-1, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys, obviously this business is going to have its ups and downs. Any job does, okay? But what's so great is that it's kind of it's a blessing, and it sometimes can be a hinder for you, because we get to choose when we want to come out of the down, right? But sometimes you're so far down and you just think like there's no getting out, right? And that goes in life. Okay, that's not just at work. That's not just this business. That's not just your side hustle or whatever it is for you. That's in life. But when you're at a job, it's so much easier for you to just show up because you have to. Because if you don't, you get fired. We are so quick to put this business on the side. Okay, it's always this business that goes to the side when life happens, or when you're in a funk, or when trauma comes into your life. You put this on the side, but you don't put your job on the side, right? Or if you're a stay-at-home mom like me, or whatever it is you do, you know what I'm talking about though. So ups and downs all throughout the last almost 9 years. But let me tell you guys, 2020 and 2021 has been no joke. Okay, I have been the person my whole life that when I hear about people battling depression or anxiety, that I literally like feel for them. I literally go like, oh my gosh, I feel so bad. I don't know how they do it. Thank goodness I don't deal with that. And that's been my denial. Okay, so maybe that you have depression or anxiety, or maybe you don't know you do, and you just think that you're in this funk and you can't get out of it. Or maybe you do know you have it and you're not doing anything about it, and you're just hoping and praying that you come out of it. So that's where I was, you guys. Literally in August of this year, I was in my lowest of my low. I wrote all the things down about why I'm not successful in this business and that I probably won't be anymore. I will never quit. That was not an option. Heather Juneau is not quitting at Works. But I looked at my husband and I said, I don't think I want to sign any more distributors. I will work with the team that I got, but I just don't think I have it in me anymore. I'm just going to get loyal customers if they want to like sign up with me. And he looked at me and literally was like, what is wrong with you? Like, that's not my wife. My daughter was like, Mom, like, when's the last time you got a distributor? What's wrong? And my kids are literally watching me. They've watched me, like Jackie said, this whole time, and they could see something was wrong with Mom. And then when I finally felt like I was at my lowest of my lows, I was like, hey, this is so much more than just a funk. So I decided, and you guys, I'm not someone that says to self-medicate. I'm not someone that's, talks about, popping pills all the time. Okay. I'm absolutely like, do everything in the humanly world possible to not do that. But you guys, I learned it's okay if you need more help, because that's where I was. I went to the doctor and we figured out that I had severe depression, severe. And I got put on a medication, and I felt the first day I felt so low because I was like, I'm going to be judged if people find out. I'm weak. My mom would be so disappointed in me. Is God okay with this? Because I should just be able to get out of this funk with God and praying. And is he disappointed in me? Like, I literally just was like, I felt so bad about myself. And then I talked to people. I realized I wasn't alone. And so talking about it, you guys, is the best part. I'm not gonna lie. Like, talking to you guys and being on Zooms and telling you guys that I'm going through it, to hear so many other people say, oh my gosh, I think I need to talk to someone as well. Or I've been there, same where you've been at. I mean, my sideline sisters, literally in August, they were like dragging me. They were like, Heather, what is wrong with you? And you guys, so I'm just telling you guys, advocate for yourself. Like, if you, at some point, you are victim. If you are sitting there and you are recognizing that you are in such a rut that you can't get out of, and you're not doing anything about it at all, but just feeling sorry for yourself, like I was in August, you have to advocate for yourself, and you have to go see what can happen. Like, if you need a doctor, a therapist, or anything like that. So that's where I was at. And let me just say, I think it's working. It's either placebo effect or the stuff's really working, because in a very short time, I just started to feel like myself again. And again, I don't know if it was just knowing that I was going to be better and be like myself. You guys, literally the day before 4-in-1 was launched, I was on cloud 9, and I didn't even know that 4-in-1 was going to be launched. I was like, I feel like myself. I want to get out of bed. I was obsessed with my business again. Like, I couldn't wait to check my phone, to check my messages, to see how many friend requests I had, to see what my sideline sisters had to say. I mean, with the help of God and getting the help from my doctor and talking about what's been going on with me, like, I just felt so good, you guys. And then they announced 4-in-1, and I was like, I can do this. I can do this. I had not signed up a single distributor, you guys, since May. Okay. So it doesn't matter your ranks. Nothing matters, you guys. Nothing matters. Nobody is perfect in this business. Nobody is always at their high. People have struggles in this business. And I literally did not sign up a distributor since May, June, July, August. Okay. Nothing. I had customers here and there. And 4-in-1 came, and I said, I can do this. I can do this. And if any of you, even though it's November 8th, you guys, if any of you are still thinking, I'm probably not going to get this, I can't do this, why are you telling yourself lies? Like, why are you lying to yourself? Because if I can do it, anybody can. And do you know, because of the beliefs that I had and the fire that I had, I ended up enrolling 6 distributors in September. Six distributors, and all 6 got their 4-in-1, you guys. All 6 did. And I just worked with them. We did Zoom launch parties. Like, we just had a blast. And I thought to myself, like, I'm sticking with these girls through thick and thin until they either block me or they run with me. Like, either one, I don't care what happens. Like, I'm with them. Like, they're stuck with me until they either block me or they're running with me. And it's just been the best feeling ever, Jackie. It's just been amazing.
I love that so much. I'm like it. I don't know. I really just love this, and I really appreciate you sharing, the mental health struggle side of it, because I feel on social media, like, and guys, tell me in the comments if you feel this or you agree. Like, social media is so powerful. I love social media. We can make a lot of money. We can connect with people. Like, it is a very powerful tool, but unfortunately, like, it allows you to, sometimes self-sabotage, because you look at someone else and you think, they've got it all together, and I'm feeling like this, and you just see people's highlight reel, and especially in this business, right? Like, you see what people want you to see, and then sometimes you can feel so alone in what's going on up here, and I just really appreciate you sharing that, because I think I can speak for probably most people that at some point in this business you've gone through feeling like that, and it's very isolating. And when you feel like that, it's so easy for someone to retreat. Like, when you feel down on yourself, it's natural to like back up. And what happens when you back up, especially in this business? Well, then you stop getting the results. And then what happens when you stop getting the results? You're like, well, and then it's a cycle, right? It's like a vicious cycle. Well, I'm not getting results, so maybe I'm not good at this, and maybe it's me. And then it's just this vicious cycle where you literally just have to stop it and go in the other direction. And so, I really appreciate you sharing that. And I'm just glad you're feeling better. I'm just like really happy to hear all that. And it's very relatable. So I really appreciate it. Um, you know, the next thing that just gets me so fired up is you didn't enroll a distributor for May to September. And guys, think about that. Like, how many people would not enroll somebody for that long, like, and have the will to come back? Have the will. Like, that says so much about your character. That says so much about having to dig your heels into the ground and like making that decision. And I'm just like I'm just so happy for you. I just love it. So let's talk about 4-in-1. Guys, really quick, if you're new, or maybe you're somebody that's felt your business has taken a dip, or you're kind of restarting. Correct me if I'm wrong, Heather, do you agree? Like, 4-in-1 truly is the opportunity where nothing really matters. Like, this is the perfect opportunity to start over. Like, how did you view this when it came out? What were your thoughts?
Oh my gosh. Okay. So you guys, 4-in-1, here's the thing. Okay. I went Ruby in this business in less than 3 months, and I used the contacts in my phone. Okay. I didn't even use Facebook. I didn't have Instagram. So number one, I thought to myself, 4-in-1, people can get this literally in the contacts in their phone. It's 5 people. It is literally 5 people. And if you are on here tonight and you're like, I still haven't got my 4-in-1, then you guys, it's not that you're not doing it. It's not that you can't do it. It's that you just don't have a system. Okay. Or you don't have the belief. Okay. I'm not sure who it was that just said in here, and I'm not trying to call anybody out, but this was me. You said in there, like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I'm doing this, this, and this, and I don't get anything. That's because it's not wrong. That's because it's not wrong, but because you're in this place of feeling like what you're doing is wrong. That's like having that self-doubt, right? So you guys, literally 4-in-1, 5 people, 4 customers, 1 distributor. Use your contacts in your phone. Okay. You have to have a system. Literally, it's just, what are those? You guys are cracking me up, Kaylin. I can only see like 3 people, and they're like over there super animated. I love it. But I'm like, what's going on? Sorry, squirrel. But okay. So let me, I'm going to fast forward even more a little bit. Okay. Because this is where it's going to get even more real for you guys. Okay. Yes. I completed Christmas Cash in 32 days. Okay. All 6 of my distributors got their 4-in-1, and yes, 3 of them completed a cycle. We did this together. So exciting, right? So of course, when I completed in 32 days, I'm like, shoot, I'm going to get another one in October, and I'm going to get another one in November. Like, and maybe I'll squeeze in another one in December. Like, I was just super confident and ready to go. Okay. Well, then October comes, and I got my one distributor. Okay. And I got my 4 LCs. And then I'm like, I got like 62 potential DTs. Like, I'm about to blow it up, right? Week 2, no distributors. Week 3, no distributors. Week 4, and I'm like, can I get a DT? Like, what is happening? And I didn't sign up a DT. So I got 1. And you guys, I went into November feeling defeated. I went into November going, oh crap, here we go again. Like, I got 6, and I love my 6, and they're killing it. But I only got 1 in October. So I'm probably not going to get a second one. Like, dude, like, all of that negativity and self-doubt started to come in. And right away, I had to stop and go, Heather Lynn Juneau, number 1, you earned Christmas Cash. So no matter what happens next, like, you better be grateful. And I was, but it was almost like it wasn't good enough, or like, I got that, but I know I can do more. And I'm just disappointed in myself because I didn't do more. So you guys, literally, it just happened again, like that self-doubt and that negative talk. And then you guys, November 1st comes, November 2nd comes, November 3rd, November 4th, morning of November 5th, not a single enrollment, not a single distributor, no sample cash. And I am again in the morning of the 5th going, well, man, this is just going to be a bad month. Like, nobody wants to do anything. I'm literally saying this to myself, and I'm like, I stop again, and I'm like, what is your problem, sis? Knock it off. Like, what are you doing? So you have to stop yourself. You guys, you have to discipline those disappointments. Literally, as they come in, you shut it down. The other thing, you guys, we are reading a book right now called High Five Habits by Mel Robbins. Okay. So good. Write that down. High Five Habits, Mel Robbins. And legit, you guys, talks about stopping the negative self-talk, the self-doubt. So I'm listening to that book and I'm literally pointing at myself, like, get your shit together. Pardon my French. Do you guys know that from the night of September 5th until September 7th, I've gotten 6 enrollments, 2 DTs, okay, and 4 LCs. But it's because of all the work and my system that I had been doing in all of September, all of October, and beginning of November. You guys, why do we think that this business is instant gratification? Like, you think that you send out one message and that person says yes, or because that person said, yeah, they're interested, you literally go to your enroller and go, oh my gosh, like, I'm getting a DT. She said that she's interested. Like, she's going to talk to her husband. Like, I'm going to write them down on my chart right now. Like, they're in. And then they don't do it. And you're like, well, I suck. Like, this isn't for me. Like, you guys, there is a reason why we have a system. There's a reason why these Zooms are created. It's so you guys can be on these Zooms. You take what we're showing you and turn it into a call to action. You apply it, but you have to apply it for more than one day. You have to apply it more than a week. You have to apply it more than 30 days. Okay. So my system, Jackie, are you ready for my quick system?
I am ready.
Okay. I'm a little all over the place, guys. Sorry. I'm just pumped. I'm so excited. Okay. My system consists of this. So get ready to write this down. Oh my gosh. Shauna just said you're Karen's today, Heather. That's coming next because, man, I had 2 mean, grumpy ladies in my inbox, literally within 30 minutes of each other. And I'll share that in a second. But I just laugh. I just laugh at them like, oh, you're silly. And block, of course. But okay, my first thing that I do every morning, this is a non-negotiable. You hear this all the time, but you want to journal. You either journal about your I ams, your affirmations, your goals, or gratitude. You guys, when I first started this business, up until about 2 years ago, I rolled my eyes when people told me to journal. I was like, I don't do the Dear Diary thing. Like, okay, like pen to paper. What is this, like magic? Like, it's gonna like float out into the air and it's gonna happen. Like, that's silly. You guys, promise you, if you were like me and you're like, I don't really journal, or you do it once or twice and you don't ever do it again, turn this into a habit, you guys. Brain dump, do what you got to do. It's so powerful to start your day with journaling. The second thing I do is I message all of my Facebook friends a happy birthday. And you want to make sure you're in their inbox, not on their timeline, because a couple things. When you're in their inbox, you're building relationships with people, but also their posts and your posts miraculously start to show up in the news feed again. And you're like, oh my gosh, I haven't seen that person's post in like 8 years, but now I do. And it's because of the Facebook birthday messages. So Facebook birthday messages, then my juicy, like, this is the golden ticket, you guys. I do something called cleaning out my inbox. And you may have heard of this before, or you might have your own strategy, but here's how this works is every morning after I'm done with my Facebook messages, I go back to the day before and I click on each message from the day before. Why do I do that? Okay, for those of you that are saying that you're doing host to post all the time and nobody's posting for you, it's because you're probably not doing this part of follow-up. So I literally click on the first message, and if it was me sending somebody a giveaway host to post message, like, hey, thanks for posting, or thanks for commenting, do you want to earn an entry? Okay, so if it's that and they don't reply, I say, good morning, girl. Did you still want to earn your entry for my giveaway? Good morning. Do you still want to earn an entry for my giveaway? Good morning. Do you still want to earn an entry for my giveaway? Or somebody says they'll post for you and they never do it. Good morning. Just seeing if you still want to do that post for me. Good morning. Do you want to do that post for me? And you guys know, I'd say about 90% of the people that I follow up with that way, they go, oh my gosh, yes, sorry, I didn't reply. Or, oh my gosh, I totally forgot to post for you. But most people are sitting there with their arms crossed, pouting because nobody wants to do it. Everybody's ignoring me. I'm so miserable. I'm pathetic. No, people are freaking busy, guys. They probably opened your message while they're at a stoplight and they forgot to reply. So stop feeling so bad about this process. You got to get in your inbox and follow up, or they just forget. Absolutely. The other side of this is making sure you're writing down every person that's interested in something. Okay. So if you start a conversation about product, they go on a list as a PLC. If they talk to you about this business, they go on your list as a PDT. Okay. Potential loyal customer, potential distributor. That is probably one major thing that I feel like people lack in this business is that system of follow-up, because you think you're going to remember everybody that you talk to and you don't. So this is what mine looks like, you guys, on most days. So this is like every potential. I highlight green for distributors, and then if they give me certain dates or like, oh, check back next month, I'll write that down and circle it here. So that's kind of what I'm talking about, you guys. You're in your inbox, and worst case scenario, if you're like, I don't have a message to send to them for whatever reason, which is highly unlikely, the least you can do is go to their Facebook or Instagram and engage with their posts. Okay. So the inbox cleanup thing, you guys, I guarantee you, if you start that, you are going to be blown away by how many people you talk to, how many people you need to follow up with, how many people you forgot to follow up with. So start that, like literally when you wake up tomorrow, you guys, go back to today and start with message 1. Okay. Then what I do, you guys, I send out 30 messages to my Facebook friends, and I've started it alphabetically. And here is my secret sauce sample cash, you guys. Something I haven't told you yet is in the month of September, I made $2,000 in sample cash. 2,000. Okay, 2000. And it doesn't matter what rank you are, okay, to make sample cash. Okay, $2,000. In the month of October, I made $1,400. Okay, this is an average for me. Like Heather does not go below 1,000. Okay, but the reason why is because when I send out my messages to 30 people every morning, okay, I say, hey, I'm not sure if you're interested, but I'm doing a giveaway, and I tell them about the giveaway. And that they can post for me. And then I do a space, I go also ... And then I say, I have trial packs of my blank. Would you be interested in supporting me in either purchasing a trial pack and or posting for me? And you guys, people want to buy your stuff. And what's really cool, you guys, is that how I have taught my newbies and how myself, excuse me, how we get our loyal customers. Remember I was telling you guys about all the options that girl gave me when I joined this business? So when they say, actually, I've been wanting to try your cold brew, I go, okay, awesome. We have a few options you could try. And I've upped my prices, you guys, because shipping is ridiculous all of a sudden. So I do 3 for $25 or 6 for $40, or you can become my VIP loyal customer and get 15 for $49 or 30 for $79 a month. Which would you like to do? And you guys, this just literally, I'm at my son's football game this last Friday. Okay. And he's not playing yet. So I'm in my phone doing my 30 messages. And this happened. The guy said, oh, I've been wanting to try the cold brew. And I was like, I gave him the options, and he goes, I want to do 15 for $49. And I said, okay, what's your phone number? So I can text you a link for checkout. So I go and I create a shopping link through my Connect app. I sent it to him, and within 5 minutes, dude, notification, new loyal customer. So you guys, and you can send that, like when you're sending messages to people about your, like if they comment on your post about your giveaway and you ask them if they want to post for you, you can do the whole, also, I have trial packs available. Okay. So I mean, like, it doesn't have to be this person gets one message, and then later on this person gets another message, and then later on this person gets another message. Why don't you just kind of throw it all out there right now? I mean, that's what's working for me. So the 30 messages, you guys, I do that in the morning before I start before I need to go do a mom thing, and I put my phone down and I walk away. So then when I have time 2-3 hours later, then I'm in my inbox like, okay, got this, got that, got this. Okay. And then I make sure that I do host to post follow up every day. So that's in my downtime, and I get up 10 host to post a day. That is my goal. You guys, I will be 100% honest. Before September, I was lucky to get 20 to 50 in a month. I'm averaging at least 300 post to post in a month now. But it's because of a system. It's a system. That's all. It's just a system that I didn't only do for 2 or 3 days or 1 week here and 2 days here. I'm doing it every day. And then lastly, you guys, is I make sure that I send 30 messages again before I go to bed. So I go through my A through Z or wherever you're at, and I send out 30 more, put my phone down, good night, and I wake up with so many messages, you guys. So that is my system. It is working. You guys, I'm not joking when I tell you, and here's the coolest thing ever. I took my family to Disneyland in October, but I told them in September, mom's back. Okay. Mama's back. She's working her business. If mom can make $3,000 in September, then we're going to Disneyland. So I made 2,000, it was 1950 in sample cash. And I ended up making, you guys, in September and October combined, it was like $2,700 in Fast Start bonuses. So here's the thing, you guys. It doesn't matter how long you've been in, and it doesn't matter your rank. Any rank in any duration of your time in your business, anybody can make sample cash, the same amount, and we all can make the same Fast Start bonuses, right? This wasn't even commissions. So I am here to tell you, if you're new, let's go make this money. If you're an OG, let's go make this money. If I can come from my lowest of my low and do what I did in September, take my family to Disneyland in October, and here I am, 6 enrollments in like 24 hours, and I'm still going, you guys, anybody can do this. I don't care what your confidence level is. I don't care if you feel fat like I feel half the time of my life. Like, it don't matter. Like, literally just stop feeling sorry for yourself. Stop being a victim. Stop doing this half-assed. If you're all in this, you need to go all in. If this is just a hobby, then take my tips and just apply what you want to apply and be like, I'll do 15 messages and maybe 10 here. That's fine. But if you want to make $2,000 a month in sample cash, or over 1,000, then you guys, you just got to do the system. You just got to do the system and it will happen for you. I'm nobody special. I don't have the special friends on Facebook that you don't have. Literally, like, anybody can do this. So, yeah.
Dang, that was, Laurel said, she's like, I'm freaking out over here. I'm literally freaking out. I'm like, this is just, guys, I'm like, are we fired up about this? Like, you're like, if you're new, like, you guys can come in and make this sample cash. Let's get this money. Like, that's the motto. What was that? What'd you say? Let's make this money. We need that on a t-shirt. That's a t-shirt. Okay, couple things. First thing. Okay, I wrote some stuff down here. Okay. Okay, for your trial pack, because I don't want people to miss the full circle here. Okay, so you're messaging and you're having conversations for trial packs. Now, would you say that you are selling trial packs because you are posting about the coffee? Like, do you talk about the coffee?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So let's talk about the cycle and the system to it. Okay. So let's start even from host to post. Okay. Majority of my host to post that people do for me are giveaway because I want new people in my network. Okay. So for at least the first month or first week, at least. So the first whole week of the month, everybody gets giveaway. Everybody, no matter what, everybody gets giveaway. Okay. So yes, I talk about my coffee every day. I'm either making it in my stories or I'm posting about it on my Facebook or Instagram. So I'm always talking about my coffee. So the cool thing, you guys, is once somebody accepts your friend request or they send you a friend request, if you're doing the Amy Spence method with host to post giveaway, then they're stalking your Facebook. How many times do you get a friend request and you just accept it? Or what do you do when you get a friend request or when somebody says to send you one, you're like, who is this chick, right? So they're going to see my cleanse pinned to the top. They're going to see my family. They're going to see my coffee. Then they're going to see my story with my coffee. They're going to see Yellowstone and that I like wine. Like, that's the thing that you want them to see. So when you are messaging them, hey, I'm doing this giveaway, not sure if you're interested, but then they've probably already kind of seen something about you. So yes, if you are completely like MIA on your social media, but you're sending out these messages, you guys, people are going to be like, who is this chick? Right? Why am I friends with her? I don't even know why I'm friends with her. So That's the thing. And when you send that message, then they're probably going to be like, who is this girl again? And or guy. And then they're looking at your Facebook or your Instagram, and you got to make sure you have content there, guys. But it cannot be all it works. You got to sprinkle it in. If you know about your pillars, if you don't, then you got to find that YouTube video about the pillars. So yeah, it's, you got to do a little bit of everything, but it's, again, not easy, but it's so freaking simple, guys.
It's really so inspirational. And guys, think about that. Like when she's talking about her pillars, it's other things that are not the business. Like, who were you before this business? You're still that person. You are not an advertisement for It Works. Are you a mom? What kind of mom? Are you like a mom with twins? Are you like a crunchy mom? Are you like organic? Are you like mac and cheese and hot dogs every night mom? Like, whoever you are, there's somebody out there like you, and people will do business with people they know, like, and trust. You have to be able to show people that outside of the business. And so when you are in someone's inbox, they already feel like they know you. Like, who on here has seen someone on a Zoom, whoever it is on here, maybe it's your upline or your sideline, you've never met them in real life, but you feel like you know them? Drop a 3 if that's, anybody else on this Zoom. Like, I could think of a lot of people that I've never met and I feel like I know them. It is because they are consistently showing that content on social media, where we've built that, there's that relatability. We trust them. We're ready to, do business with them. So dang, that's so cool. So, oh my gosh, I'm fired up to do Sample Cash now. Like, I feel like that's a whole other avenue that we could, really just go down. And I love that. Now, can I ask you this? I'm going to kind of like redirect it here. So, one of the things that I preach last 5 years, this is my number one message every single time. Consistency is key in everything that we do. Consistency is key. The problem with network marketing, or the problem with people in network marketing, I would say, is people work based on their emotions. And like you said, don't be a victim, be a victor. Like, really, and I just love that message. Like, yes, it's hard. What we do is simple, but the hardest part is mindset. It's the hardest part. You will self-sabotage if you are not right up here. You will. And I think we've all probably done it at some point in our business. And when we start down that process of self-sabotaging, what you'll find, is probably just like you were saying, Heather, like, you have that one thought and then it continues. If you don't stop that thought process, it's going to go from, I'm not good at this, to, oh, here comes another month, to here's that. And all of a sudden you're, 20 thoughts down and you're like crying in the bathtub. Like, you know what I mean? You're like, oh my gosh, like, I'm just joking. I don't do that. I'm just joking. It never happened to me before. I swear. No, I'm just joking. No, but it has really all the time. But you have to be able to get off the wild horse there of the bad thoughts and go in the other direction. So I feel when you get in that spot, sometimes what happens is people stop doing the thing. So can you, crying in the bathtub, drowning in wine, that doesn't sound so bad. I mean, I could think of worse things to do. But what would you say, like, if you had, like, there's a lot of new people on here. Can we just talk about the importance of consistency in this business, not just when it feels good, but throughout kind of everything,
Yeah. I feel like, especially when you're new, I feel like that could be the toughest part, because here's how usually the mind works, is either you're so afraid to do it all that you're not really doing a lot of the things. And then you're wondering why you're not succeeding right away, or you're not as successful what you think should be successful right away. Or you are very coachable and you go all in for like your first 30 days. And then all of a sudden you like back off because you went so hard for 30 days. And so that's why you have to have a system. You've got to try to, okay? And I'm saying try for you newbies, okay? Because I know when you're coming into this business, it's all new and you're like, what am I doing? And you either are so open to doing a system, or you're so like, I don't want a system. Like, that sounds like a lot. But here's the thing. What I just gave you guys for my system, that is what has clearly worked for me, okay? That is working for me. If you find yourself duplicating what I just told you guys to do, and it is literally not working for you, then adjust it to what will work for you. But you've got to know at the end of the day, if you're lowering those messages, if you're not doing your inbox cleanup because you don't have time, then you're not going to make $2,000 in Sample Cash, right? So it's like, you have to kind of decide, like, are you going? When I started this business working 60 hours a week, you guys, I will tell you what, I had to be excited the whole time, okay? Because if I wasn't excited about this, then I wouldn't have stuck with it. Why? Like, if you guys are watching this tonight and you're not excited right now, then you need to fix that. Okay. Remember how I told you guys, like, when I finally got my mental health taken care of, I literally started becoming obsessed about my business again. And I mean that in a good way. Like, it was so fun. It was like a contest for me. Like, I literally couldn't wait to go to bed and send those messages. And then when I woke up, I was like, I can't wait to see what's in my inbox. And you guys, there's times I wake up and I get nothing in my inbox. That doesn't mean it didn't work. That just means that nobody got my inbox yet. I had one person that 8 days later messaged me back, and she ended up being a loyal customer for the triple threat, but it was 8 days later. So you just never know. So I will tell you guys, if you're new in this business, find a system that works for you. If I literally just told you to message your Facebook friends a happy birthday, tell me why you can't do that. There's no way that can say I can't do that. Yes, you can. It's either you don't want to or you will. Okay, so just do it. When I say to clean out your inbox, yes, maybe some of you are like, I don't exactly know what that means. You guys, it's trial and error. Okay, but you can't say like, I don't know how to do it. I mean, I literally just told you to click on each person that you message and see what follow-up message you can send them. 30 messages a day. Okay, yeah, it's a little time consuming. And especially if you're new, it's going to take you, like for me, I can do it hands down in 15 minutes. Okay, for you, it might take 20, but who cares if it takes 20? Who cares, right? So your system, you got to have a system, okay? And you have to stick to it. That is where I know 100% that all the rich people in this business have been telling me what they're doing, and I go and try it for 2 days, and then I don't do it for 5. And then I try it for 1 day, and I don't do it for 3 days. And then I try it for 3 days, I don't do it for 8 days. Okay, that's not what those rich people said to do. They said to be consistent and that they do it every day. Okay, so why am I sitting here going, well, it doesn't work for me? Like, ugh. Well, I'm not meant for this, because clearly she's doing it and it's working for her and I'm doing it. Here's the thing, you guys, you're probably not doing it as consistent, or you're doing it with like disgust. You're doing it with this mindset of, well, it's probably not going to happen. Or you guys, that's the thing. Maybe you've done it for a full week. Maybe you've done it for a full month and it's not paying off yet, but it will. Like I just said, I got 1 distributor in September, and then I got 2 in the same day by the 6th of this month. Okay. So I could have easily just put my hands up and been like, well, I guess my system's not working anymore. Or was it? Was my system working? But it just wasn't working at my time, like where I was trying to be at that moment. You got to kind of let go a little bit. You got to kind of let go and trust the process. You guys, I hate when I hear leaders say, oh, I was just consistent. And, you got to work on your mindset. Okay, I'm not joking. I believe them. I'm not saying what they're saying is wrong, but I was like, yeah, that's great. I thought I was consistent, but I wasn't as consistent as they were doing it. I'm consistent. Nobody can say I don't do my business every day. Even when I was in my biggest rut of my business, nobody could go, oh, she hasn't posted, or, oh, she's not drinking her coffee. No, I was still doing the things, but I was doing it with zero belief in myself. Okay, and I was just not doing all the extras. I was posting and waiting for people to get in my inbox. That's what I was doing. So you guys, the word consistency, I know it's kind of annoying, or you feel like it's said over and over again, but it's really true. It's really true.
I love that. And, I love that you said, I was doing the things, and some of you may feel like that. Some of you may be feeling, okay, I'm doing the things, but I'm not getting the results. And from there, my advice would be like, okay, maybe it's not a consistency problem. Maybe it's a passion problem.
Yes.
It's a passion problem. And then how do we fix that? I'm going to give my answer on this, and then Heather, maybe you want to give yours as well. But for me, if I've been in a rut or I have a passion problem, the only thing that's going to get you out of that is refocusing on why you're here. Because at the end of the day, nobody's coming to save you. I'm a little red. Like, let's just say it as it is. Nobody's coming to save you, for real. Like, nobody's coming to do this for you. Like, when you understand you just have the power and it is up to you, not just like in business, like successful people in life, like if you were to look up the qualities of successful people, one of the first ones is they take extreme ownership for their success and for their failure. some people will take responsibility for success, but as soon as failure comes around, they're like, whoa, the company, the team, that and the other thing.
Hi,
I'm like,
baby.
"No, it's you. Take responsibility. And so get passionate about
You're
what you
racing,
want.
Box.
I'm gonna mute because
Got a car?
and now I'm like, I don't even remember where I am now. I'm just joking. No, I do. I'm just totally joking. I'm good. But like, it's like where, how do you get passionate about where, like, how do you revive that passion? Maybe you need to make a list of what you want. And if you don't know what you want, what do you not want? Like, are you fueled by the pain or the purpose? I was fueled by the pain, man. Like, I did not want to be broke anymore. I did not want to work 60 hours a week, just like you, Heather, to pay for someone else to raise my kids. Not down. Like, my list of what I did not want fueled me. Some of you guys are just maybe lacking that clarity. Heather, what would be your advice for someone that is like not, maybe they're struggling to find their why? Like, how would you cast that vision for them?
Oh my gosh. Okay. So, sometimes, and I'm just going to be real and honest right now, and it's not a good answer, but sometimes when you're in a really negative headspace, your why doesn't even push you. Your why doesn't. And it's really crappy. It's really freaking crappy because most of us, our why is our kids. Okay. Most of us are whys because you're struggling. Most of us are whys that you really want to take care of your mom. Maybe she's older and you can't. But we'd rather sit there and feel sorry for ourselves and fight the process than really go after that why. So if you are at a place where your why is not motivating you and inspiring you, then that's where you really do need to like sit back and go, okay, I need some help. And that's either reaching out to God or that's maybe you're dealing with some mental health, because if you're struggling that bad, and all you're doing is focusing on what's not working for you in this business, then you need to figure it out, sis. Because that's kind of where, when my daughter looked at me and was like, Mom, when's the last time you signed up a distributor? I mean, my daughter's almost 13. Okay. My daughter's looking at me like disappointed in me. And that was like, oh, that is what got me. You know what I mean? Like, it was like, she looked at me like, I felt like I was a failure to her in that moment. I'm sure I wasn't. But in that moment, I was like, my daughter is calling my ass out right now. And that's bad. Like, that's low. That's bad. So I would just say, you guys, you do need to know what your why is. You need to be sick and tired of that, like that why, like never, ever again, like never, ever, ever again, get to that low feeling of what it is. If it's like not being able to pay your bills, but you're still today struggling to pay your bills. And I just told you that you can make $2,000 in sample cash in a month, but you're going to tell me that you don't have time to message 30 people in the morning and 30 people at night, then what, what's the deal there? Right? I literally just told you how to do this. And it's not going to happen overnight, you guys. It's not, but you have to start that system. And I will say, to find your passion again, you guys, and remember when I said this business is simple, it's not easy, but you guys make this business fun. I legit hated Host to Post. Hated it. 2 years, I crossed my arms, was like, well, that works for them, but eventually I'll do home parties again. Like, that's cool that they ask people to, like, it's just too much work, like, to people to post, keep track, like, blah, blah, blah. I literally was anti Host to Post, you guys. And if you're not going door to door, offering this business and these products to people, then what are you doing instead? If you're somebody that's not willing to go door to door, okay, and you're saying that you're not wanting to do Host to Post 10 Host to Post a day, then sis, like, what are you willing to do? Like, you tell me what you're willing to do if you're not going to do those two things. And that's what I looked in the mirror and I was like, okay, Hev, get your shit together and start doing Host to Post. And that's what I started to do. But Host to Post had to turn into a game. Literally, it was a game for me. It was like, okay, like I just got so excited. And you guys, I have a system to where like I get 10 up a day. And I get so pumped. I'm like, I got my 10. And it's like, I can't wait to be the first one in my team page to be like, look, I got my 10, and then, but that inspires them, and if anybody's looking at somebody else getting more than you, then you can get it too. Okay. It's not like I get it and you don't. It's like, we can all get it, sis. Like all of us can. So I mean, find your passion and figure out your why and stop. Just stop. Like, don't let your kid come to you and like tell you like you're sucking right now, because it really sucks. It's a bad feeling.
I am like so fired up. You guys I was gonna say drop a fire, but we can't do fires if we're on a computer. So drop like a 5 in the chat if you would put a fire emoji right now, or put a fire emoji if you can. But this has been so good, Heather. I like really appreciate this, honestly, like so inspiring. And you know, what you're saying about your kids, like just, it really speaks to me. And I hope someone else is really taking this from this call tonight. Your kids are watching you. Your kids are watching you. They're gonna watch you win. They're gonna watch you lose. They're gonna watch you how you act when you lose. Uh-oh. I'm like, please be nothing bad. Okay, hold on. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to stop. I don't know how to stop it. Ah, there we
Click
go.
on your share content.
I think we're good, right? Are we good? Are we good? Who do you see? You see us?
I see you.
All right. I'm like, okay. But your kids are gonna watch you. And to me, I'm like, that's what we should be planning for. Like, these are the qualities they're gonna pick up. They're gonna watch you take that L. They're gonna watch you take that loss. But how did you come back? And I think you're just the perfect example. Heather, thank you so much for taking your time to pour into us tonight. I know you've just inspired so many people. You really inspired me, and I just really appreciate you, and I'm really excited.
Thank you so much, you guys. And like I said, I'm nobody special. I mean, I am special and you're special, but like I had to stop comparing. Like, I literally now I feel good. And it's not just because I earned Christmas cash. I was feeling this way before it, but I was looking at those leaders, you guys, those top income earners, and going, I can do this. Like, I can. I really, 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 really can. You know, I used to dream of being in the top 150, and that belief went so far away for so long. And I've been doing that in my journal. Like, right now, my number is 132. And so I'm just every day, and right now I'm number 132 in my company. I don't know where that number came from, but that's the number I'm going to use. So I'm going to hit that 132, and then I'm going to find a new number that's even lower. And you guys, like, I'm just saying, like, if this girl can get out of that funk and feel the way I feel now, and you know, duplicate and stay consistent with what I've been doing this far, anybody can. And I believe in you so much. But you have to believe in yourself, because I can only believe in you so much. It's all about what you believe. So
I love it. Heather, we love you. Guys, give her some love in the chat. Make sure you follow her on her social media. She is just so awesome. And I just love you, Heather. Thank you again.
thank you so much, Jackie.
Bye, everyone. This will be
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.